Saludos, saludos amigos. Greetings to my friends. Saludos, saludos amigos. Vamos a cantar. Yo digo hola, you say hello. Lo dice Pablo, lo digo yo. Digo amarillo, yellow you say. Thank you mi amigo, gracias a usted. Saludos, saludos amigos. Greetings to my friends. Saludos, saludos amigos. Vamos a cantar.
Are you Class, today we are going to work on the AR in perfect tense. In Spanish, Mr. Lamb. So let us begin. It is the ABBA ending. Todos repita después de yo. Yo trabajaba.
Yo trabajaba.
Tú trabajabas.
Tú trabajabas.
Ella trabajaba.
Usted ella trabajaba.
Nosotros trabajábamos.
Nosotros trabajábamos.
Vosotros trabajabais.
Vosotros trabajabais.
Ustedes, ellas trabajaban.
Ustedes ellos trabajaban.
Mr. Sasquatch, let me hear you.
Yo trabajaba. Tú trabajabas. Usted ella trabajaba. Nosotros trabajábamos. Vosotros trabajabais. Ustedes ellos trabajaban.
Miss Sleeve.
Yo trabajaba. Tú trabajabas. Usted, ella trabajaba. Nosotros trabajábamos. Nosotros trabajábamos. Ustedes, ellas trabajaban.
The only one who can beat that is Randy Lynch.
Yo trabajaba, tú trabajabas, usted ella trabajaba, nosotros trabajamos, vosotros trabajabais, ustedes ellos trabajaban.
Saludos, saludos amigos. Vamos a cantar. Yo digo hola, you say hello. Lo dice Pablo, lo digo yo. Digo amarillo.
Yo soy muy guapo en mis snuggies.
Summer. Theater, where I was the
Summer.
only actress to understand
Summer.
all the roles in the entire season's repertoire.
Summer. 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 Summer.
Greetings to my friends. Saludos, saludos amigos. Vamos a cantar. Saludos, saludos amigos.
You actually have seen that Pinot Award spout in the real world.
Saludos, saludos
Triangle
amigos.
size makes it over 40 and $1 one size is that.
My favorite memories of Mr. Tirelli are him sitting out in his recliner in front of the library, and I'd always wish him good morning in Spanish, and him running off the kids and just cutting up. And we made a pact one time where he'd have his door cracked open a little bit, and on my playing period, I'd go by his room and open up the door and holler into a Spanish phrase and then run off real quick. And so his kids would have to figure out what I said. And him wearing his sombrero on certain Mexican holidays. And during our staff Christmas parties, he would hand out envelopes. And some of them would have lottery tickets in them, and some of them would have little sayings like, "Sorry, you're out of luck," or something like that.
My favorite memory of Mr. Tirelli was the nickname that he gave me as a student when I was in 9th grade. He gave me the name Tarzan, naming me after the famous actor Ron Ely, who starred in the Tarzan films of the 1960s. And he's called me that ever since. So that's been about 10 years now. And You know, he just has a really witty way of going about things, and he's a one-of-a-kind person.
I can't tell you how much I'm going to miss him, and I would like to just say to all the students out there that I know are sweating him because, you know, guys have been coming up to me in the gym that had him years ago, and they're deeply troubled by it. And I know a lot of you guys are here too, but I just want to let everybody know that, you know, he's not lost and he's not scared, and he's not worried about anything anymore. He's kind of set sail on a new ocean, and he sees things so beautiful and so wonderful that he wouldn't come back even if he could. So that's how I'm going to think about him.
Tirelli was a great guy. He had a good sense of humor, and we will miss him.
My best memory of Mr. Tirelli would be in the morning times during first period when I would see him in the office and we would visit together for a short time. Really did enjoy him, and so sorry he's going to be not part of our lives here at TCHS.
My favorite memory of Mr. Tirelli was when we had a weigh-in, a Bulldog Challenge for weight loss, and Bob threatened to come in with nothing on under his robe so he could win at the last weigh-in. And he showed up with the robe. I never knew if he had anything on or off of it under, but I just always thought he was just a neat guy. That was his sense of humor.
Mr. Tirelli, he always loved his students and always cared for us, and everyone's gonna miss him.
Mr. Tirelli was my Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 teacher. I had him in the 9th grade, and he and Mr. Kester used to cook lunch every day and stink up the classroom.
We used to support our boys basketball team by letting the students write in Spanish some great words of encouragement, like "Go Team, Go Bulldogs," which was great. Now, I don't speak fluent Spanish, but at least I knew what it meant from the hearts from him. They got his students to support us.
Mr. Tirelli, what made you want to be a Spanish teacher? How did you get to become a Spanish teacher?
Well, I lived down in Miami, and I had some relatives who were fluent Spanish teachers. Or let me just say, they were fluent in Spanish, let me put it that way. And they, interacting with the community, was just so interesting to watch that I wanted to learn some Spanish so I could do the same thing, interact with the community and different people down there. That's why I started learning Spanish.
So how did you end up in Taylor?
Well, I'll tell you, there's a triangle from New York to Miami to Tallahassee to go to school, and I ended up in Tallahassee in school and sort of drifted just a little bit further for work purposes and ended up here in Taylor County, which is great.
Cool. Do you like teaching Spanish?
Yeah, I do like teaching Spanish.
What do you like about it?
Well, it's because it's different. It's something the students aren't exposed to, so they don't come in thinking they know everything, and so it's a little more fun for me because I get to show them stuff, and they're not coming in thinking that they're on top of the game. They have to work a little bit and learn.
Right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Go ahead. What are you doing for spring break?
I hope to sleep, a chance to dream, and heal up so I can come back and torture students after the break.